The starship Vortex hummed softly as it glided through the cold expanse of space. Captain Rylos leaned back in his chair, reading the Galactic database's latest updates. Most entries were dull reports about trade hubs or uninhabited planets. But one entry stood out, marked in bold red letters. Earth, don't even think about it. What could be so dangerous about a small, isolated planet? Rylos muttered. His crew, a mix of curious and skeptical aliens, gathered around him. It's probably just an error, said Laura, the ship's navigator. Humans are primitive. They haven't even colonized their own moon properly. We'll never know unless we see it ourselves, Rylos declared with a grin. His crew exchanged uneasy glances, but trusted their captain. The Vortex changed course, heading straight for the forbidden blue planet. As the ship approached Earth's orbit, everything seemed calm. The planet's green and blue surface looked harmless, even inviting. Rylos scanned for signs of advanced technology, but found none. See? Laura said, nothing unusual. The warning must be exaggerated, but as soon as they crossed into the atmosphere, alarms blared on the ship's control panel. Captain, we're being tracked, shouted Zin, the communications officer. Multiple satellites have locked onto us. Before Rylos could respond, the ship's systems started malfunctioning. Lights flickered, engines sputtered, and their shields dropped to zero. How is this possible? Rylos demanded. We're using stealth tech. It's like they can see right through it, Zin replied, panic rising in his voice. Suddenly, a voice crackled through the speakers. It was in the human language, but the tone was unmistakably commanding. Unidentified vessel, you are trespassing. Leave immediately or face consequences. The crew froze. Laura quickly ran a translation program and relayed the message. They're warning us to leave, she said. Captain, maybe we should listen. Rylos hesitated. Retreating felt like admitting defeat. No, he said firmly. They're bluffing. Humans can't possibly harm us. He ordered Zin to ignore the warning. But within moments, the ship's controls became unresponsive. A human hacker had infiltrated their systems, locking them out of their own ship. On the ground below, a team of human defense specialists monitored the situation. Commander Elena Torres smirked as she watched the alien ship struggle. They think they're smarter than us, she said. Let's show them what happens when you underestimate Earth. Her team launched a low-orbit drone swarm. The drones surrounded the alien ship, scanning it for weaknesses. One by one, the drones emitted electromagnetic pulses, disabling every system on the Vortex. Inside the ship, the crew was in chaos. We're completely powerless. Zin shouted. They've disabled our weapons, engines, everything. How can a species like this have such advanced tech? Laura asked, fear creeping into her voice. Captain Rylos finally realized they were outmatched. Fine, he said. Send a message. Tell them we surrender. But before Zin could transmit the message, the human voice returned. You've been given a chance to leave. Use it wisely. This is your final warning. The humans weren't interested in negotiation or conquest. They only wanted the aliens to leave and never return. Activate emergency thrusters, Rylos ordered. The ship sputtered back to life, enough to limp out of Earth's orbit. The crew didn't dare look back. As the Vortex retreated, Rylos updated the Galactic database himself. He added a new note under Earth's entry. Humans are unpredictable and resourceful. Approach at your own risk. Do not underestimate them. The crew sat in silence, shaken by their close call. They had seen many strange and powerful species in their travels, but none like humans. They're not dangerous because they're strong, Laura finally said. They're dangerous because they're clever. Rylos nodded grimly. Earth truly is the ultimate no-go zone. The Galactic Federation's central data hub was a place of rules and regulations. Every entry was carefully monitored, and every warning was taken seriously except by Zix, a young alien intern with a knack for breaking rules. One quiet day, Zix was tasked with organizing planet entries in the database. While scrolling through the list, his eyes fell on a particularly ominous entry. Earth, don't even think about it. The bright red text seemed like a challenge. Why was a single planet so dangerous? The attached notes were classified, and even Zix's clearance level wasn't high enough to access them. Curiosity burned within him. "It's just one planet," he muttered. "How bad can it be?" Ignoring all protocol, Zix activated the observational probe system. Within moments, a stealth drone launched from the Federation's nearest satellite and zipped toward Earth. The probe entered Earth's orbit undetected, its cloaking system working perfectly. Zix watched eagerly from the control room as live footage appeared on his monitor. The planet looked peaceful, almost boring, with its blue oceans and green landmasses. "Primitive," he scoffed. "Why the warning?" The probe zoomed in on a bustling human city. Zix was amazed by the chaotic yet organized nature of human life. There were towering skyscrapers, vehicles moving in every direction, and tiny figures humans going about their daily routines. As the probe scanned for technology, it detected basic weapons, communication networks, and satellites. Nothing extraordinary. "They don't even have faster-than-light travel," Zix chuckled. This must be some kind of joke. But as he continued to observe, the probe's feed suddenly glitched. The screen went black. "What's happening?" Zix panicked, typing frantically to re-establish the connection. A warning flashed across his console: external interference detected. In a secret underground facility on Earth, Commander Elena Carter of the Global Defense Network stared at her monitor. "We've got an unidentified object in low orbit," her tech specialist reported. "It's cloaked, but we've pinpointed its location." "Is it hostile?" Elena asked. "Hard to say, but it's scanning us." "Permission to neutralize?" Elena nodded. "Engage countermeasures." The team activated a signal disruptor, frying the alien probe systems. Then, using reverse-engineered alien tech from a crash decades ago, they hacked into the probe's communication link. Back at the Federation control room, Zix's screen flickered back to life, but instead of showing Earth, a message appeared: "We see you." Zix froze. His heart, or the alien equivalent, pounded in his chest. "No, no, no. This can't be happening!" Before he could react, the probe's data began uploading itself back to Earth. The humans were taking everything: schematics, coordinates, even classified Federation files. Zix slammed the emergency shutdown button, but it was too late. Earth's defense systems had already infiltrated the Federation's satellite network. On Earth, Elena smiled as her team downloaded the alien data. "They underestimated us," she said. "Big mistake." "Should we trace the signal back to its origin?" her specialist asked. "Not yet," Elena replied. "Let's let them sweat for a while." Meanwhile, chaos erupted in the Galactic Federation's headquarters. Zix's supervisor, Director Vral, stormed into the control room. "What have you done?" Vral demanded. I just wanted to observe them," Zix stammered. "I didn't think they'd notice." "Notice?" Vral yelled. "They hacked into our systems, and now they know about us." Federation analysts scrambled to contain the breach, but Earth's cybertech was already spreading through their networks. The humans weren't just taking information, they were planting traps, creating false trails, and shutting down critical systems. "They're turning our own technology against us," an analyst reported. "Shut everything down," Vral ordered. Back on Earth, Elena received a final message from the Federation. "We surrender. Please leave us alone." Her team laughed. "They think we're going to invade them," one officer joked. Elena shook her head. "We don't need to invade. Let them fear us. It'll keep them from bothering us again." In the aftermath, the Galactic Federation erased Earth's entry from the database entirely, hoping to avoid further incidents. Zix was demoted and reassigned to asteroid mining, his curiosity earning him a lifetime of regret. But across the galaxy, whispers of Earth spread. Stories of a primitive species that could outsmart the Federation's most advanced systems began to circulate. As for the humans, they went back to their lives, blissfully unaware that they had just cemented their reputation as the galaxy's most cunning and unpredictable species. The Litherans were a proud and advanced alien empire, feared across the galaxy for their military strength and superior technology. They had conquered countless planets, expanding their domain without resistance. But one entry in the galactic database always intrigued their high command. Earth, don't even think about it. General K-Wraith, a seasoned Lytheran warrior, found the warning ridiculous. How can a species without interstellar travel be dangerous? He scoffed in front of his council. Their reputation is exaggerated, agreed Commander Volek. We should claim Earth and prove the galaxy wrong. K-Wraith grinned. Prepare the fleet. Let's show the galaxy what happens when myths face reality. The invasion fleet arrived at the edge of Earth's solar system, cloaked in advanced stealth technology. As they approached the blue planet, K-Wraith studied the surface through the ship's monitors. It looks primitive, Volek observed. No orbital defenses, no visible signs of advanced civilization. Pathetic, K-Wraith sneered. This will be over before lunch. But just as they prepared to descend, the fleet's systems began to glitch. Communication channels were jammed, radar displays turned to static, and navigation controls froze. Status report. K-Wraith barked. Our systems are being interfered with, the technician replied. Unknown source. The fleet's cloaking devices failed, revealing their positions to the entire planet. A moment later, a global broadcast signal appeared on their screens. A human in a dark uniform stared back at them, calm and composed. Attention, unidentified vessels. This is Earth's Global Defense Command. You have been detected. Leave immediately, or face consequences. K-Wraith laughed. They're bluffing. Humans can't harm us. Shall we attack? Volek asked. Destroy their largest city as an example, K-Wraith ordered. The Lytheran warships fired their plasma cannons at Earth's surface, targeting a major metropolitan area. But before the blast could reach the planet, they disappeared mid-flight. What just happened? K-Wraith demanded. Unknown, the technician replied. It's as if the planet absorbed the energy. Suddenly, dozens of human satellites came to life, firing concentrated electromagnetic pulses at the fleet. The pulses disrupted the Lytherans' shields, leaving their ships vulnerable. Impossible! Volek shouted. How can their satellites be this powerful? The humans followed up with precision missile strikes, targeting the Lytheran ship's engines and weapon systems. Despite their advanced technology, the invaders were quickly outmaneuvered. On Earth, Commander Elena Carter monitored the situation from her command center. They're powerful, but predictable, she said, watching the Lytheran fleet struggle. They rely too much on their tech and not enough on strategy. Her team unleashed Earth's hidden arsenal: drones, ground-based lasers, and cyber attacks. Each move was calculated, exploiting the Lytherans' weaknesses. Within hours, half the alien fleet was disabled. The remaining ships attempted to retreat, but Earth's defense grid blocked their escape routes. K-Wraith slammed his fists on the control panel. This is madness. How are they doing this? General, we need to retreat, Volek pleaded. We can't win. K-Wraith's pride refused to let him surrender. No. Send in ground forces. We'll crush them on their own soil. Dropships descended to the planet, carrying Lytheran soldiers equipped with the galaxy's most advanced weapons. But as they landed, they found themselves in unfamiliar terrain. Humans used guerrilla tactics, striking from shadows and disappearing before the Lytherans could react. They hacked the invaders' communication systems, feeding them false coordinates and leading them into traps. It wasn't brute strength that overwhelmed the Lytherans, it was the humans' unpredictability. After days of relentless resistance, the Lytheran forces were in disarray. K-Wraith finally gave the order to retreat. The battered fleet limped away from Earth. Another message from Global Defense Command appeared on their screens. This is your first and last warning. Do not return. Back in the Lytheran High Command, K-Wraith faced the council of his peers. You lost to a pre-warp species? One of them scoffed. They're not just any species, K-Wraith replied, his voice grim. Humans defy logic. They turn weakness into strength, and they fight like no one else in the galaxy. The Council updated Earth's entry in the Galactic Database. Earth immediate retaliation guaranteed. Avoid at all costs. The Galactic Federation prided itself on transparency and order. Every major decision, Every alliance and every war was documented and meticulously recorded in the galactic database. But one mysterious entry always puzzled Federation scholars. Earth do not engage. Highly monitored. Unlike other entries, there were no details, no explanations, and no records of Earth ever participating in galactic affairs. For centuries, the warning was respected and Earth was left alone. That changed when investigator Klyrek, an ambitious member of the Federation's Intelligence Bureau, decided to uncover the truth. "This is unacceptable," Klyrek told his superior. "How can a primitive planet command such secrecy?" "It's best not to ask," the superior warned. "Some mysteries are better left unsolved." But Klyrek didn't listen. Driven by curiosity and the promise of fame, he assembled a team and set course for Earth. The Federation's stealth ship, Obsidian Veil, entered Earth's orbit undetected. Klyrek's team observed the planet from above, noting its lack of visible interstellar activity. "They don't even have space colonies," remarked Tella, the ship's tech specialist. "They barely qualify as advanced," added Gorvek, the pilot. "Why would the Federation fear them?" Klyrek smirked. "We'll find out soon enough." Deploy the observation drones. The drones infiltrated Earth's major cities, scanning infrastructure, technology, and communication networks. On the surface, everything seemed ordinary, humans working, traveling, and living simple lives. But as the drones delved deeper, they detected encrypted signals bouncing between hidden satellites and underground facilities. These signals were unlike anything the team had encountered. "Someone's hiding something," Tella said, her fingers flying across the control panel. "I'm decoding the signals now." Before she could finish, the ship's systems went dark. The lights flickered, and the crew's monitors displayed a single message: "You are being watched." Klyrek jumped to his feet. "What's happening?" "We've been hacked," Tella shouted. "They've bypassed our firewalls, as if they weren't even there." The ship's main screen lit up, showing the face of a human woman. Her expression was calm but commanding. "This is Director Elena Carter of Earth's Global Defense Network," she said. "You have violated restricted airspace. State your purpose or prepare to be neutralized." Klyrek hesitated. How could humans have hacked their most advanced stealth ship? He decided to bluff. "We are peaceful explorers," he said. "We mean no harm." Elena raised an eyebrow. "Your presence here suggests otherwise. Leave now or face consequences." Klyrek ended the transmission and turned to his crew. "They're bluffing. Humans can't harm us. Resume the investigation." But before the team could act, the ship's controls locked again. Earth satellites launched low-orbit drones, surrounding the Obsidian Veil. "They've disabled our engines," Gorvek shouted. "We're completely defenseless." Klyrek reluctantly agreed to retreat. "Send a distress signal to the Federation. We need reinforcements." But as soon as the signal was transmitted, the crew received an incoming message not from the Federation, but from Earth. The message contained detailed records of Federation operations, secret deals, espionage missions, and classified research projects. "They've been monitoring us for decades," Tella whispered, horrified. Klyrek's blood ran cold. "How is that possible?" Back on Earth, Director Carter observed the alien ship through her command center's monitors. "They're starting to understand," she said. "Should we let them leave?" asked one of her officers. "Not yet," Carter replied. "Let's make sure they remember who's really in control." The Obsidian Veil was suddenly freed from Earth's control, but not before one final message appeared on their screens. "Earth sees all. Earth knows all. Leave and do not return." The ship limped away from the planet, its crew shaken silent. Back at the Federation, Klyrek reported his findings to the High Council. He described Earth's advanced surveillance, its ability to outsmart Federation technology, and its hidden role in galactic affairs. "What does this mean?" one counselor asked. "It means Earth isn't what we thought it was," Klyrek said. "They've been manipulating galactic events from the shadows, ensuring their safety while staying hidden." The Council decided to update Earth's entry in the galactic database. Earth do not engage. The true masters of the galaxy. In the years that followed, Whispers of Earth's influence spread through the galaxy, but no one dared to challenge the humans. After all, they weren't just survivors, they were strategists, always one step ahead of everyone else.